taking a look at the limelight hydrangea trees, and they are doing amazing, loving this area. So they're putting their leaves out. This is crazy because I didn't see these many leaves yesterday. It has been raining quite a bit here in San Antonio. We've been getting rain, and the hydrangeas are loving it. So I got this area. I brought all 3 of the limelight hydrangea trees, and there's another one over there, and I didn't get to repot them. I'm not putting these in the ground, not this year, not now, but if I do change them, they're gonna go in some other containers, but I just didn't want to disturb them this year. I'm leaving them in those containers for now, just to see how they do here. It's easier to have them in containers, especially plants, shrubs like hydrangeas, because how this is our first year back home from a long time. Here comes Ambrose. We can move them around and see how the lighting works. I'm talking to them about the limelight hydrangeas.
Oh yeah.
How all of a sudden, poof, here we go, right, with the leaves.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing how, I think it's all the water, all the rain that we've been getting.
Yep.
This is like the sunniest time of day here.
Yeah, so I mean, hopefully they do well. I know actually somebody did have a question earlier. They asked if that was a hydrangea when you showed it on the order.
Yeah.
And I said yes, and they didn't know that they can grow hydrangea in San Antonio. That person's from San Antonio. And I told them yes, oak leaves, most oak leaves, not all oak leaves, but most oak leaves are hardy in zone up to zone 9. So these will do fine here. These are hardy to zone 9. Now the limetas, the limelights.
Limelight is
like
zone
we said, it's 9. This is a zone 9? Okay,
yeah, panicle, from all the panicle hydrangeas, if you're talking about Pervengueners varieties,
yes.
The limelight is a zone 9. So it's one of the toughest ones that should be able to take good sun and the heat well here in the south.
Yep.
The limelight panicle hydrangea.
Now, I know the newer limelights are zone 8, right?
They're a zone 8.
Yeah.
But because we are in San Antonio, we're in between that zone 8 and 9.
We do an 8/9 here.
Yeah. So here's one of the newest hydrangeas, panicle hydrangeas. There are 8, and then we have some dotted around the area here. And don't mind the mess, guys. Please, it's we're still working in this area, but it is starting to. I'm loving it. I'm starting to love what it's turning into. But yeah, you can definitely grow hydrangea here. Now it is going to get a little. You will see the. I'm trying to make sure I explain this right, because it can be very tricky in hot climates. You have to make sure that you have them in areas that are cool. Look for your northern parts of the garden. Look for east areas. Look for places that you can underplant them with bigger trees where they'll get dapple light.
Yep.
It's great for them to get early morning light. All the morning light they can have. And then late afternoon light, like right now, this is late afternoon light coming in. So, yeah, that's strong right there. But it's pretty light. That's the pretty light that comes in. Right now is towards, it's late afternoon already here. And they need it. They do need the sun. Like this one's doing amazing. We found out who it is. It's Gatsby, because we were thinking it was, we had lost the tags on them and we just forgot. I told Ambrose that this was Gatsby. He thought it was
So there was a bet. I thought this was Gatsby Pink. It's actually Gatsby Moon, and the one behind Angie is Gatsby Pink.
Let me take you over here. So this one is Gatsby Pink is taking its time.
Yeah.
And Gatsby Pink has a smaller flower, but it is taking its time. As you can see, they're just starting to come out, the flowers. And the one, Gatsby Moon, has bigger, more pillowy panicle shape blooms. This one here will have, it's like a blend, a mix between panicle, hydrangea, and what would you say, like a mop head?
Yeah, like
very
a mop head.
Quilted.
So it's a double bloom.
It's very quilted.
So this looks very small right now. Look, it's like compared to my hand, but this, when it starts to expand and grow, this thing will actually get about this big.
They're huge. They're just huge blooms. And you see this right here? I will do a video on YouTube soon so I can explain to everybody, but having some fun here on you know, on Insta and all the other social medias we have. We'll put this out so we can just show you what's going on at the moment. But this right here, we were not sure if to cut it back. It probably got damaged, some of it on the move, but it's still showing a little bit of growth. That's why we're leaving it. Once it all, you know, starts to bloom and everything, and if nothing happens to that, we'll just trim it off. But don't prune these right now. Oak leaf, wait until they're done flowering, and then you can go ahead and prune them back to shape them if you must. If you must, you can prune them back after they have flowered, so that way, I don't know, you can shape them if you need to, or like us, it looks like it's gonna, it's probably be damaged. We can just clean it up and form it however we want to for this area here. But yeah, I'm gonna turn y'all around, and it's very, very, hope I don't blind y'all. Ambrose had to take in, go back in. We're actually making dinner. He's looking after some chicken we have in the oven. But just wanted to show you what we have going on. I did have to sprinkle some of that Sluggo for the slugs, and we do have to bring in some type of pond water feature in this area. Even though it's not that big of an area, we're gonna try to do that, bring in something here so we can have the frogs come and start making it their home, because frogs will eat the slugs, and that's what we want. We actually have a water feature right here, a very special water feature for us. We'll talk about it soon. It's not in the right place right now, guys. We just brought it and put it there, and it rained, so that tells you how much it rained. It filled up with water. But we're gonna put that little bird bath somewhere else and bring something for this area though. But it's been bringing in the birds, which is very, very helpful too. They go ahead and well, you know, snack on those slugs and whatever else is around here. But we're very happy. It's turning out really nice. I was waiting for Ambrose. I don't think he's gonna come back. There's the hostas. They're actually starting to bloom, and that right there is Woolala. I can't tell you how much I've fallen in love with hosta. I did not know what hosta was when we left San Antonio 20-something years ago to head on our journey. Well, Ambrose was in the military, had no idea about this plant or heuchera, but there they are, getting ready to bloom. And Ambrose loves the ferns. I love ferns too. Ferns for us mean life, presents life. And I just love to have ferns. That's a plant that I remember my mother growing a lot in her garden. And that's wee hostas right here. Wee hosta is just beautiful. I haven't seen it bloom. Somebody had asked me. I have not seen this one bloom. If it has bloomed for anyone that's grown it, please let us know. We've had this one for, I'm gonna say, the whole time we were in Virginia, 3 to 4 years. Never seen a bloom on it. I don't know, they're supposed to bloom. And then I got myself this beauty here. Gotta find a room for it. Just showing y'all what's going on. Ambrose Wolf's Eye tree.
No longer confused.
No longer confused.
But the flowers try to bloom before the foliage came out. So
yeah,
it's all right. It'll do better next year. Variegated
leaves. Very pretty.
It's still filling out though. There's still a lot of leaves that still need to open up. Like I said, it was confused, so you can see some of them are opening up here. It's just, it was just didn't get a cold enough period, so it's not really knowing what to do as far as blooms or foliage. So some of the blooms, like I said, already came out, and it's backwards, but still looks beautiful.
It's doing great. It's gonna get used to it.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna say dinner's ready.
Yes.
And we get going.
Yep.
And you can hear the parrots. You hear that? Some neighbors of ours have parrots, and we can hear them, and we love to listen to the parrots. Okay, well, let's say bye. Hope you all garden friends are having an amazing Sunday evening, and can't wait for us to continue working in the garden. This weekend, it was full of ideas, just kind of brainstorming and thinking. Yeah. We didn't really do much this weekend. We didn't
kind of a break.
Yeah, we didn't do any videos because we wanted to sit down and brainstorm. So I guess we're headed back in, gonna get going with our dinner, settle down, and we will see you pretty soon. Yep. Goodbye, garden friends.